what's up guys? Bardic here with another quick guide. I'm covering more advanced stuff today, so pay attention. So the first thing I'd like to discuss is the Unavoidable Bard Q. So when you come out of various channels like Teleport or a Guardian Angel or Zillion Alt, or even Bard's Tempered Fate Stasis, you are vulnerable to various skill shots. Bard's Q is no exception. So if you're having any trouble timing that Bard stun out of a teleport animation or Lissandra ult, my biggest suggestion to you would be listening to the sound as the animation takes place and using that to guide you. Most of the animations typically have a distinct cue for your Q, if you will. Case in point on the Unavoidable Q, watch as the Malphite uses his Unstoppable Force right as he comes out of Temper Fate, but is still stunned against his ally because the Q collides with his champion hitbox as he comes out of stasis. So the next thing I want to show you guys is probably my favorite thing about playing Bard, and I like to call it the trick. So it initially started off as me using the terrain in bot lane as a means of escaping ganks with my magical journey, but as you'll see, it transitioned into something far, far greater. So as you'll see from my minimap here, I can clearly see the Volibear heading towards bot lane, and if you'll notice, my team is also pinging you to be careful because they're mostly unaware of what's about to happen. Now if you watch closely, you'll have noticed that instead of running towards tower as the enemy jungler approached, I ran towards river. This was to bait either him or the enemy support into coming into tower with me in my magical journey. Unfortunately, the Draven canceled the final auto and the Malphite got away, but overall I'm pretty satisfied with this play. Watch as I go for setting up the trick again, this time involving a little more dumb luck. But I start off by setting a pink ward in the river bush and clearing whatever ward they have there. This makes for safer baits. You would be surprised how often this trick works, honestly. The trick is to run to river bush when the enemy ganks. So this next trick I'm about to showcase is something that I picked up on from watching Crepo's stream, and is one of the big reasons I highly suggest watching other Bard streamers. If you look closely, you'll see that I'm creating the magical journey right as I'm casting my ult, allowing me to quickly enter it before the ult even lands and set up for much longer stuns out of Tempered Fate. The trick here is to not wait and see if your ult is going to hit its mark, but to just go. Last but certainly not least, I would like to show you something that I like to call shrine bouquets. So this trick is kind of arbitrary and it has no great practical use. It's just something that you can show off to other Bard players. Most players won't even notice what you've done. So all I've really done here is place one shrine right next to some form of terrain and then place the following two on the terrain itself, and sometimes they will appear under the initial shrine. Well, that's it for today, guys. If you're looking for any more great Bard tips, feel free to check me out. I'm on Twitch, or visit the BardMains subreddit. They have a lot of very helpful people there who played a lot of Bard. Thanks again for watching. What kind of bullshit is that, right?